Hello there! Fortnite storyline is a complex blend of brilliance and WTF moments. And now we are 4 years deep into an ever-evolving narrative, and predicting the future of the island is almost impossible. But that doesn't stop us. Each day we receive a little more lore, revealing items and characters from the past suddenly becoming more important. Remember when Fade arrived and we all thought his back bling was disgusting? Then a year later it became the infinite bloom, a pivotal part of the storyline and the collapse of reality. Today we break down 6 Fortnite theories that are so dumb they could be true. Oh, and do me a favour, use code ADAMARU if this video helped waste some of your time today. Let's do this. Our first theory is something that could happen this week thanks to what's going on at the Convergence right now. Do you remember last season? At the end of the season, many leakers told us that we could expect an Egyptian POI and a pyramid coming to Fortnite. And then season 8 began, and no, there's nothing in sight, there's hardly any sand too. Well, you may want to keep an eye on Cube Town this week. There's going to be 18 updates to this place, and it's possible that it's making a freaking pyramid. Right now, very close by, there is an Egyptian NPC who talks about travelling across the sand. And I don't see any sand around here, unless the Queen has other plans. And we all know how pyramids are made. Blocks. Lots of blocks. It won't look like this. I just thought it'd be fun to see. I'm just waiting for Midas to touch it now and turn it to gold. Some leakers have said a line of code referencing the Queen being on top of a pyramid are in the files. So is this too good to be true? Is the Queen reshaping reality with those cubes? Or will this just be a huge Kevin the Cube in the middle of the map? The potential here is limitless. The Queen could burst from her bubble, bringing back the sand biome, just like the Ice King did with snow. Theory 2 is a brand spanking new one that arrived on the island this week. Dark Jonesy has the Halloween questline right now. Most of us grab the challenges and get them done without listening to what the character says, so I'll break it down. As we all know, each Jonesy is a snapshot and they were once a real person. Bunker Jonesy was the first to leap into the 0 point, Scuba Jonesy was sent to research what was under the waves of the island, and Agent Jonesy jumped in to save reality. Each John Jones has a purpose, which leads us to Dark Jonesy. According to his blurb, he has seen beyond the darkness. Dark Jonesy tells us that IO possess powerful artifacts that can communicate with the spirit world by trapping them in a spirit vessel. And look how that's being done. Scrolls. Look familiar to you? The last one we saw was used by Raz at the Spire. He found that offerings of life could ramp up its energy, which in turn attracted the last reality. Dark Jonesy, on the other hand, uses an urn, the place we put ashes of the fallen. Completing his tasks will give us this chilling reveal. My vision is now clear, but I bring dark tidings. 2 paths lay ahead of you. One path I see sacrifice and loss, on the other, total annihilation. The last time a Jonesy snapshot told us something like this, we were attacked by a huge alien mothership. So it's safe to say someone in the storyline will be making a huge sacrifice at the end of this season's story. But who could it be? Any ideas? Name them in the comments and let's see who the real oracle of the community is. My money is on Sloan, but now I'm thinking it might be Dark Jonesy, taking a sacrifice to save the island and our reality. Speaking of that mysterious place Jonesy comes from beyond the darkness, our third theory is that we've been there before. Scoot back a few years to a much simpler time in Fortnite, and the last time we saw the cubes. What if going beyond the darkness is here, in the pure light? The place we met the butterfly for the first time. This would work nicely as an astral plane between realities, and to the untrained eye, this place could literally be nothing, an empty space. This could also tie into the Queen's plans. Leave nothing behind, she says.
Leave nothing behind.
But she doesn't feel the same about butterflies as us. If this space is between worlds, we should also note that Singularity has been here. Her helm sat here by the 0 point the first time we saw it, before she built a mech and flew into space. Which is actually not the worst way a girlfriend has left me. Hey, I know this isn't much to go on, but adding a little bit of lore to that random space we went to would really help. What is this nothingness? Theory 4 is all about the man with all the answers, Midas. But not the Midas you're thinking of. This one, Midas Rex. Since season 2 of the chapter, Midas has been one of the most loved skins, whether you choose Shadow or Ghost or prefer looking gold. His lore is evolving fast with the addition of his daughter, the Engineer. Plus, there are 3 versions of him, or at least 3 other people with golden powers: Oro, Aurelia and Marigold. Yet Midas's lore is still hidden. And then I saw this guy, Midas Rex. Remember him? From the DC pack, you could only buy for a limited time. It's so limited, it's always in the store, it never goes away. Many of us have noticed that this version of Midas has the circle with the same crest on it as Oro and Aurelia. A circle with offshoots of colour like a sunshine pointing downwards, a clear link between all of them. But what we neglected is that Midas Rex is actually recognised as a DC character. The DC crossovers are in full force right now, with Batman coming here and the Foundation and Sloan going the other way. And yet this character, designed for the DC world, remains unused. Here's where things get interesting. The Mark of the Sun is actually based on Aten, the sun god from ancient Egypt. Hey, another bit of pyramid potential there. Always depicted in the same way, a sunshine with the rays only pointing down towards the earth, just like the chest piece on Oro, Aurelia and Midas Rex. Even his armour has Egyptian ruler vibes. And this is where the theory breaks to pieces. What is the purpose of Midas Rex? Why would they design this character to be the first ever DC Fortnite crossover character and then not use them? And recently we saw an animation which showed us how Midas was recruiting his cronies, and then Fortnite deleted that video. It's a strange time. All we know is Midas is important, somehow. Oh, this is a good time to bring back a theory from chapter 1, the elemental gods. Remember this, think back to chapter 1 and the Ice King sitting in his little bubble. This was moments after we saw a prisoner in his dungeon, frozen away. As this guy thawed out, it was revealed he was a fire deity. Ice versus fire ended before it started, to be honest, but we did get a huge hulking volcano. Back to that floaty man. At Polar Peak we could find a throne room and a meeting room. This table had elements engraved onto the table, with the prisoner's flame logo by a fallen chair. This meant we know of 2 gods, ice and fire. But there are still others to be revealed. What if these are other gods? Like the god of the sun, or the queen of reality, or the goddess of thick? Okay, I've gone too far, but you get the idea. This storyline had so much potential in chapter 1, yet nothing at all came from it. With the queen in-game hitting the same pose as the Ice King, and the room in the Among Us mode, which looks a lot like the home of the fire god prisoner, maybe, just maybe, the primordials, the elementals, the elders will return. Theory 6 is one I've been peddling for a few weeks now. Sloan will finally open the Redacted Bunker. 2 years we've been waiting for this. 2 years of not knowing what the hell is inside that bunker. We've glitched inside, we've sat and watched, we've done everything we can to understand this place. Suddenly last season, Sloan stabbed us in the back. Whilst on our mission to stop the last reality, Sloan tried to sacrifice us to prevent the cubes from returning to the island. Luckily we didn't perish, we survived. I don't know about the bromance, they may not have survived. By the time we reawoke, Sloan had already moved on to the next part of her plan, to gather the alien tech and move them across the island. But we don't know actually where. She's been tracked for 6 weeks now, and she's so close to the bunker, it's unbearable. This could be yet another Epic Games bait and switch to fool us all once again, but even the mustard we call Donald is shouting about this place. Redacted, redacted, and then redacted, redacted. Is this too good to be true? Will the Redacted Bunker open its doors soon? Hey, and check this one out for a backup idea. What if Sloan is actually going to the blue cube? It's sat there all season doing nothing, and she's definitely going that way. We'll have answers very soon. So click like and subscribe and something. Will the blue cube be our salvation this season? I can't wait to find out. So there we have it, 6 theories which are so dumb they could come true. Which do you think has the most potential? I really want Midas Rex to have some importance, and I really would like a pyramid. Thanks for sticking around to the end, and a special thanks to my Discord fam who've used code ADAMARU over the last few weeks. Link in the description if you want to join our Discord. I'm Adam, you're awesome. I'll see you next time.